Moscow told Kiev that all these privileges are pretty much off the table, and Ukraine has to look westwards towards EU and potentially IMF to find external sources of financing, because they are in desperate need to bring in international reserves. They have been running out of these international reserves for some time. According to various estimates, they have less than 2 months import coverage, and they have around $9 billion debt to service in 2014, and most of it in the first half of 2014. So it doesn't look good for Ukraine unless they manage to get that foreign currency as soon as possible.
If money is provided from the IMF or the EU, it's not going to come free, it's not going to come cheap, they're going to expect reforms.
Well, exactly. IMF has been refusing to be that shining armored knight. They have been saying that Ukraine has to prove that they will finally embark on the reform path. They will cut their public spending bill, that gas prices will be liberalized. Of course, the circumstances have changed. There's not even a fully formed government. It's still but the political turmoil still continues, which makes it even more difficult for donors like IMF to extend those loans. But if they do, most likely there will be these conditions, because frankly I think the IMF and also EU are a bit tired that consecutive governments in Ukraine have not delivered on the promise of reform.
What does the Ukraine have in terms to drive its economy?
Well, it's rich in resources and, of course, human capital. The country has 46 million strong population, highly educated. Ukraine benefited during the Soviet Union from developing its industries such as the metal industry, or also part of high-tech. Defense industry is quite important, chemicals, not to mention agriculture. So there's a lot of potential. Ukraine has been suffering from poor economic management. It's the mismanagement that didn't create the business environment that would have attracted the foreign investment, private investment. So it's almost waiting to be unlocked.